Hello everybody, I hope you can hear me. I have a fan going in the background, so I hope it's not too loud. Welcome. Bienvenido. Hope you guys have had a great and wonderful, blessed day. I have had a great day. Handled a lot of business today. Got a lot of things accomplished, a lot of things done. Trying to make sure this hair look okay. I went a little heavy with the grease. So anyway, it feels good to be back before you. Welcome to February the 5th, 2019. How y'all doing? It is Black History Month, and today is day 5 of our journey for the month of February. Not only are we celebrating Black History Month, we have changed the name officially, according to me, to African American Heritage Cultural Celebration Month. So I hope you guys don't mind celebrating with me. We're gonna start this thing off right tonight. We're gonna I ain't gonna tell y'all no story though. I gotta have some water. I wasn't gonna make it today, y'all. But I gotta be a woman of my word. Hey buddy. Gotta be a woman of my word. Okay. As usual, we're gonna give the Lord his praise. It's good to be here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Most High God. If He hadn't brought me from far as He has brought me, I wouldn't have the strength to come and speak before you. So I think we've been doing pretty good the last few days. We've had some interesting topics. We spoke about Sojourner Truth. Yesterday was Marvelous Monday. Sunday and Monday, we showed some love to all the good people in our community that are doing great things, all our sheroes and heroes. And we have about 25 more days to go, because remember, we're going to take the whole 30. We're going to March 2nd. So we have about 25 days to go. So today is Tubman Tuesday. We're going to highlight Harriet Tubman. And we're thankful for her accomplishments. We're thankful for all she did for us, for our ancestors, with her work with the Underground Railroad. So as you know, Harriet Tubman, she helped free a lot of slaves. She was a runaway slave herself. And she was able to free hundreds, if not thousands, of slaves. Some of them by force, some of them by choice. So, but either way, we're thankful for her work. And basically, the reason I'm coming with this topic this month, because I feel like we don't get enough light shined on us. And all of our heroes, all of our great mentors, people that we look up to, we don't have to look far into the history books. We have some great people. We have some great people doing wonderful things in the community right now. You may know some that I don't know. Please feel free to leave them in the comment box. Inbox me before the month is out. I'll be more than happy to share or highlight their work and send them a great big salute. And we can make others aware as well. So I'm not sure who we're going to cover tomorrow. I was thinking about, I have a couple thoughts in mind. Not quite sure who we're going to cover tomorrow, but I don't want to push over Miss Tubman, because she's done great things. But first, I just want to start out. I just want to give God His praise, because He's brought us from a mighty long way as a people. Maybe 100, 200 years ago, we weren't able to all come together, all walks of life, all races of people, and we are able to come together and put racism behind us. We're able to put oppression behind us. We're able to be free. We have voting rights. We have rights to do anything we want. So we can do what any other citizen can do. So we ought to be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? We've come from a long way. And I have friends from all walks of life, all races, all nationalities, all backgrounds. Big up to my Jamaicans. Big up to all my Asians, all my Latinos, all my friends all over the world. And hey, how you doing? Thank y'all for tuning in with me for a second. I'm not going to be before you long, but again, this is African American Heritage Cultural Celebration Month. So we have a lot to celebrate. But I just want to point out that great people like Harriet Tubman and a lot of our other leaders, they wouldn't have been able to do what they did if it wasn't for a lot of people from other races that helped them. I'm not so ignorant to believe that she was able to do all that on her own. And in life, you know, I think it's great when sometimes if you're not the person that's doing the great thing, or not necessarily the person in the forefront or the leader, so to speak, but it doesn't hurt to be someone who assists along the way. You know, so I just want to be one of those people, even if I'm not leading the train or leading the challenge, if I can just come in and give some help along the way to the cause, then I think that's a great thing. You know, we all want to be those type of people that show love to people that are doing outstanding things and just support them and get behind them in any way we can. So like I say, it's not all about me. It's about all of us. We all make the community. We all make this country great. We all make our cities great, our towns great, our communities great. You know, if it's nothing but picking up a little piece of litter, a little piece of trash, you know, even when we give those dollars out to people on the highway begging, some of my friends and family say, well, don't give them money because they might be hustling or they might be scamming. But I always look at it like, what if it was me, or what if it was somebody I love? And somebody brought it to my attention the other day that a lot of those people out there begging for dollars and sleeping on the street, a lot of those are our veterans. Those people have fought for this country. They've given their lives for this country in World War II, Vietnam, whether it's, you know, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. You know, I salute all the people out there who are with our armed forces, whether it's Air Force, Navy, Marine, National Guard, Army, who are, you know what I'm saying? I personally have never been in the military, but I have family members and friends and loved ones that have fought and given their time and risked their life for this country. And I think we ought to, you know, appreciate people who have taken big risks. Some of them might not get a holiday named after them, or a statue or a monument named after them. But every time I see someone with a veteran cap on, I try to just take the time, 5 minutes of my time, to say, I thank you for your work. I thank you for your sacrifice. Because a lot of people lost their lives. A lot of people lost their husbands, their wives, their children, their sons and daughters fighting for this country. And I don't think they get the props that they deserve. I don't think they, you know, get the honor that they deserve. So on that note, I thank everybody for stopping in with me today. I don't know, I'm kind of just a little bit all over the place. I'm just a little bit nervous. I don't know why. Today is day 5. But before we go any further, I just want to stop. I want to read a scripture, because I said I may sing a song, I may pray, I may sing, you know. So if y'all don't mind, just bear with me one moment. I just want to give God thanks, because he's the one that gives us life. He's the one that gives us sunshine and food and, you know, great people in our lives, and keeps us safe and keeps us, you know, we're in a place, we're in America where we can worship freely. A lot of people in a lot of countries, they're getting persecuted for their beliefs. They're being tortured, and you know, a lot of harm is coming to them for what they believe. But here we have freedom of speech. We can speak freely about what we believe. We can come together with people from all walks of life, and you know, I don't have to be afraid to say that I believe in the Lord Jesus. I believe in Christ. I believe in the Most High. I don't have to be ashamed, you know, of what I believe. I can speak freely about what I believe. I have freedom of speech. I can, you know, it's a great thing to live in this country. I've been to other countries where people, they're not as fortunate as us. I've been to places, I know people from India, China, Africa. A lot of people, we're born in this country, so we take a lot of things for granted. You know, we throw away a lot of food, and when there are people out here starving, you know. So I try to often tell my children not to be wasteful, you know, to be thankful. You know, we old-fashioned. We still say our grace before we eat, because, you know, I think if we spend more time being thankful, we'll have less time to complain. So, like I say, shout outs to all my friends from no matter where you're from, whatever city you're living in right now. I just want to say, if you're in Texas, Florida, California, Washington, D.C., Chicago, wherever you are, I'm sure you're doing some great things to make your city a great place. I see my homegirl on here. She's a boss lady in her own right. Like I said, a lot of people, I have friends that have come from this country, come from other countries, I'm sorry, to this country to make a better life for themselves, make a better life for their families. They come here, and a lot of people, a lot of foreign people come here. They don't take for granted what we take for granted. They come here and they're very successful, and we wonder why we're born here and we're struggling, and it's because we take a lot of things for granted. But I can encourage you next year, this year, as long as you know there's peace in the world, I suggest you travel. Go to other countries. Don't just go to the resort. Don't just go to the lavish part. Take take a day and take a tour, with someone you trust. Go to the embassy, and maybe you can get permission, get a tour guide. Go to some of the local villages. Go to some of the places where people aren't living as good as we are, and you'll see that now you see why so many people come to this country. You'll see why so many people come to this country to just, like I said, give their children a better life, give their parents a better life, give their spouses a better life. So, I'm not really here to get on politics or anything like that, but even though a lot of us, our ancestors as African Americans, we came here in slavery, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful for what my ancestors did. I'm thankful for Harriet Tubman and Martin Luther King, and great people like Bob Marley, who stood for something, who stood for change. Because no matter where we live in this age, in the 2000s or the 70s or the 60s, it's always going to be a struggle. It's always going to be something to fight for. It's always going to be something to it's always going to be something that can be made better. Put it like that. So before we go any further, I just want to read a quick scripture. I'm coming out of the New International Version. I like this Bible because it has spaces in it for you to journal. It's not just a girly girl Bible. I think guys can, they have Bibles for men as well. So I'm going to start with where have I opened it? I opened it at Isaiah chapter 32, and I'm just going to read a quick verse for you guys, because I definitely always want to give honor where honor is due, and to my Lord and Savior, to my King, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Most High God, who our Creator. So I just want to stop, and I feel like we can't do anything without Him. I don't want to do anything without Him, because I want Him to bless this. I got 25 more days to go, y'all. We got to go to, I want God to be with us. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to offend anybody. I want Him to lead and guide my words, So I just ask you guys to thank you for your support so far. A lot of you guys have tuned in, have commented, have gave me a big thumbs up. You shared. I definitely appreciate your support. Like I said, this is just my little way of giving back for Black History Month, aka African American Heritage Cultural Celebration Month. So I'm going to read really quick, if you don't mind, Isaiah 32. And it says, a king will reign in righteousness, and rulers will reign with justice. Each one will be like a shelter from the wind and a refuge from the storm. I might need some glasses, guys. Like streams of water in the desert, and the shadow of a great rock in a thirsty land. So we're going to stop right there. I'm no preacher, so I don't know necessarily what every interpretation means, but I think it's kind of appropriate for what we've been talking about. It says a king will reign in righteousness, and rulers will reign with justice. Each one will be like a shelter from the wind. So I'm going to stop right there. I just think each one of us has a little king and a little queen in us. Each one of us can be a ruler, each of our, whether it's our home, our neighborhood, not in a prideful way, not in a haughty way, like I'm a ruler, I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm over somebody. But I mean, we can rule our own lives. We can rule by being an example. We can rule by being a shelter from the storm for somebody, being a safe haven for somebody. If it's nothing but giving that dollar or giving that change to somebody who's begging. Or I said this year, before the year is out, for quite some time, I've been wanting to volunteer at the Children's Hospital, because I want my children to be, I don't want them to grow up in this country and feel like So how a lot of foreign people, I feel like a lot of foreigners, when they come to this country, they look at us and they kind of have their nose down on us a little bit, because a lot of, and for good reason, because a lot of us, we are so blessed and we don't realize it. They may come from a horrible situation and go through all type of trouble just to try to get to America and to make a better life for themselves. And like I say, we waste a lot of food. We throw away money on things that don't matter, things that have no value, like we spend a lot of money on material things, clothes. There's nothing wrong with clothes, nothing wrong with fashion, nothing wrong with having a nice car, a nice home. I like nice things myself. But there's also nothing wrong with saving. There's nothing wrong with giving back, giving to charity. If you don't have money to give your time. I want to be a type of person, I want to leave a legacy like some of these great people in our history. I want to, like I say, spend some time at the children's hospital. Take my children, let them see that if you're healthy, if you have a healthy child, that's a blessing. That's a lot to be thankful for. A lot of times like I said the other day, we look at others and we think sometimes we put ourselves down and feel like somebody else has it going on better than us because they may have more money than us or whatever the situation may be. But if you have your eyesight, if your hands work, you're not paralyzed. I mean, if we're healthy, we have our senses, we have our right frame of mind. That's a blessing. That's worth more than $1 million if you ask me. Because some people are in wheelchairs. Some people would never walk again. Some people don't have their eyesight. Some people can't hear. So I think we take advantage of I think we lose sight of what wealth really is. Wealth is not needing a heart transplant, not being on a waiting list, for a kidney or being on dialysis. If you're healthy, if you can get out and walk, we can make better eating choices. Like I said, I'm a country girl. I grew up eating a lot of soul food, a lot of sweets, banana pudding, pound cake. But, I'm trying to slowly pull back and change my habits. I want to eat better. I want to live longer. A lot of that money that we spend eating out at restaurants and fast food, we can save that money. We can cook at home. And that money, we can take that money and we can afford a trip to go out of the country. A lot of times we wonder, like, why I get paid and I don't have any money left to do anything fun. It's because we spend a lot of our money on things that are not necessary. I'm a victim of it. I've done it. I'm guilty. I've spent a lot of money, wasted money on things I should not have because I didn't know any better. But I feel like once we know better, it's our responsibility to do better. So that's what I feel like. That's my interpretation of this scripture. A ruler reigns with righteousness. We all can be examples of what's righteous. We can cut out on some of the profanity. We can cut out on some of the, just even watching violent TV shows. A lot of that stuff gets in your spirit. Pick up a book, read, learn something new, learn a new language. If somebody on your job and they speak another language, Google something to say to them. So when you're in their company, or if you meet someone on the street, you can say hello to them in their language. There's nothing wrong with learning, stepping outside of your box, stepping outside of your comfort zone. Don't just think it's all about us. It's all about me. Even though this is it is African American Heritage Cultural Celebration Month. It is Black History Month. But we want to, like I say, I don't think Harriet Tubman would have been able to make all those, strides that all those accomplishments that she made without some help. I'm quite sure it was some good white people that helped her. No offense. I'm quite sure some good Caucasian people along the way. I don't know all her history, all her detail. I'm going to leave it up to you to go do your own research today. I'm not going to let you be lazy. You know what I'm saying? But Harriet Tubman, I'm quite sure that somebody left their porch light on for her. I'm quite sure somebody said, come on this way because my husband out of town. We're going to let y'all stay here tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure a lot of white people were right there side by side in the struggle during the civil rights movement. It wasn't just black people that helped us become free. You know, I'm sure there were other people that helped us along the way. So like I say, this year I want to be someone, if I'm not the leader of the campaign, I at least want to help with the campaign. If I see someone in my community and they have a non-profit or profit organization, I want to help them. Whether it's you know, spending time with the senior citizens, going to the senior citizens home, spending time with them. Me personally, I have a gift. I'm a hairstylist. I can braid your hair. So maybe I need to take some time this year, or if you can braid hair, or if you can shampoo hair, or if you can cut hair, you know, take some time and go to the nursing home and volunteer. Give some free haircuts away to some elderly people, or go to the homeless shelter and give a veteran a free haircut. I don't know. It's something we can do. I'm not telling you what to do. I just want to encourage you, motivate you, and challenge you to do something. Let's do something to make our community great. Because just because we made it out of slavery, all these people have fought and lost their lives for us. You know, all these people have risked their lives for us, whether it's veterans, people in the civil rights movement. It's our turn to give back. We have to give something back to the community. We have to leave a legacy. We can't just say, well, MLK did it. I celebrated his birthday. I barbecued on that day. No, I think it's up to us to make a difference. It's not just up to people like Oprah with a lot of money. I think you can do something right now in your community. I challenge you this year, this month. Look around in your community. If it's nothing but picking up trash on Saturdays, my dad, he's 60-something years old, and he makes it his business to go up and down his street in his neighborhood and pick up trash. Because we say our neighborhoods are dirty, but what are we doing to change? What are we doing to change the fact that our neighborhoods are dirty? You know, are we trying to pick up the trash? You know, are we trying to pick up the litter in our neighborhood? It's something we can do. It's something we can do. I don't know what you can do in your community, but I challenge you. Do something. You know, like I say, for me, I love children, so I want to go to the Children's Hospital this year. I'm gonna let you know when I do it. I probably will film it. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or brag or make myself feel like I'm better than somebody else or I'm this good, righteous person. But God sees. He knows your heart. He sees what you do in secret, and He will reward you openly. And you know, sometimes reward is not just money. A reward is just seeing a smile on somebody's face because you've done something good for them. You made their day. You never know whose day you can make. If there's somebody at your job going through it, they stressed out, pick up a dollar card from Dollar Tree. Write them a note and say, I don't know what you're going through, but I can see you've been sad at work. You know, I can see you've been angry. You've been upset. You had an attitude. You've been snapping. I don't know what's going on, but just write a note. I'm praying for you. I'm concerned about you. Or if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. You know, a lot of us are single parents. We got to band together and help each other. You know, if I have a car, and your child goes to the same daycare as my child, and we go to the same church, or we work out at the same gym, or we live on the same street, you know, we can take turns. I'll pick up your child this week, you pick up my child this week, next week, you know, that way I can make it to the grocery store in time to cook dinner. I'm not rushing through traffic, or my neighbor, I see my friend, or my classmate, or my homegirl. You know, our children go to the same school. Why not, you know, we go in the same direction. We see each other every day in line at the daycare. You know, if you trust that person, if you consider that person a friend, you know, let's pull together. Let's work together in our communities to do something. You know, if you know somebody elderly in your community, if I'm out there cutting my grass, why not cut their grass? You know, if I see their yard is all grown up, there's a lot of elderly people in our community. Their children live in other states. They don't have anyone to help them. You know, we can go pick up trash out of their yard or cut their grass or do something nice, or either just take their trash to the street on trash day. Take their trash can back in for them. You know, if you know they're elderly, that they can't get out and drag their trash to the street because the garbage can is heavy. Just the little small things like that matters. I mean, this is what makes us good people. You know, I'm not here to preach religion on anybody. I believe what I believe, and I believe this is what This is what Christ has called us to do, to be examples, to be good people, to show love to others. You know, so what if somebody doesn't believe the same thing you believe? It's not my job to go preach that person necessarily. However, my life can be a light. My life can be an example for them, to show them that, you know, I live this way because I believe this is, what's that golden rule? Do unto others if you have them do unto you. I live this way because this is the way I feel like the world should run. I live this way because, you know, when I'm in the grocery store, I'm smiling. Hey, how you doing? People looking at me like, you know, I know in New York and certain places they say people don't really smile and speak to you. You know, we're Southerners. I'm from Mississippi, the hospitality state, so I don't mind waving at somebody. You know, a smile can go a long way. I don't believe that everybody's crazy. I don't believe everybody's a stalker. Don't get me wrong. We do have some people out here with mental disturbances. We have some people out here that need some help. Don't get me wrong. But I believe I just believe that overall the world is a good place. It is full of good people. It may not be a good place. I take that back. But I do feel like there are good people out here. You know, it may not be but a few of us. It may not be as many as I think. However, I think that if we all do our part, I believe it'll be contagious. I believe doing a good work is contagious. Maybe Harriet Tubman started with this idea, you know, with the first person that she helped. And then it caught on and somebody else said, well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to go back with you this time. I'm not just going to make it to freedom. She's helped me make it to freedom. I don't believe everybody was like, okay, Harriet, thank you, but let me make it to freedom. Peace. You know, I believe somebody turned around with her and said, okay, I'll take a chance with you. I'll go back with you to get somebody else. That's what it's all about. We can't make it to our neighborhood and we get our degrees and we get our money and our business and now we think, oh, I made it. I'm not from the hood anymore. Go back to your same community and help somebody. Help somebody else get out of the community. If somebody asks you how you did it, tell them how you did it. Don't be scared to tell someone how you made it. You know, sometimes we feel like, well, I made it. They got to figure it out for themselves. No, if someone asks me, how did you become a hairstylist? I will tell you step by step by step. This is what you need to do. Information is free. It's powerful. It's, you know, knowledge can help somebody. It may help change their whole life. It may not be for them. It may be for their child. It may be for their loved one. You telling them that information might help change a whole generation. I have friends that are insurance claims adjusters. They thought about me enough to show me the way, you know. Friend, this is what you need to do. You need to go to school. You need to better yourself. You need to upgrade. You know what I mean? They didn't just make it. Okay, well, now I've made it. I'm an attorney. I'm a lawyer. I'm this and I'm that. You know, and now you're down there. You're still working. You know, you still a maid, or you still you know, if I'm a dishwasher and my friend, or you're a chef and you see somebody else that's a dishwasher, tell them how to work their way up from being a dishwasher. There's nothing wrong with being a dishwasher. But I just think it doesn't hurt to encourage someone. If somebody walks up to you and say, well, I don't want to be a dishwasher forever. How did you become a chef? Tell them. Tell them, well, this is the cooking school I went to. This is how I became a chef. It does not hurt to share information. It does not hurt to help someone, to give someone a little bit of push. I'm not saying waste your time with people who don't want help. But if you see someone honestly trying to better themselves and they just don't know the way. They just, you know, some people are shy. Some people are not outgoing like some of us, like myself. You know, some people may be shy. Some person may be shy. They don't know how to ask you the right question. You know, volunteer your time for a good cause. You know, I'm not saying we can't live without money. We need money. But if I know all my bills are paid, if I know my business is established, why not give something away for free once a year, once a month? You know, me, I'm a hairstylist. I don't have a problem giving away a free shampoo and set to someone once a year, you know. Or if you're a barber, give away a free haircut once a year. Give away a free haircut once a month to a child that needs it. You know, if there's a mother, she's a single mother, she has 4 boys, you know, I think it would make her day if you say, well, to this month, you know, you've been coming to me 10 years with these boys or 5 months with these boys. This month, I'm just going to cut their hair for free one time. You know, I'm going to give them a free haircut. God will bless you. He will bless you. You know, this is how we get our blessings. This is how we reap what we sow. We get what we receive, what we give. You know, I can't think everything's got to be about a dollar bill. You know, even if you can't afford to give away something free, give it at a discount. You know, if you're a business owner, if you know how to bake cookies, bake some cookies and some cupcakes and take them to the children's school. You know, say this is for the class for no reason. I just want to drop it off. Or make a little basket for the teachers. My daughter, her music teacher, awesome lady. I want to give her a shout out. My daughter had to stay after school yesterday for choir practice. I couldn't go pick her up. She called me. She's like, Mom, I really want to stay. She called me from school. I really want to stay after school for choir practice. Her teacher got on the phone and said, I don't mind bringing her home. I said, this lady is a hero, is a shero. She waited to dark for these other students' parents to come pick them up. Then she drove my child home, which is way out of the way, away from where she lived, after she'd worked all day, probably been there since 7 o'clock a.m., dealt with all these students all day, and then she still stayed at the campus after practice another hour, then drove my child home. That's a good lady. That's a good person. You know, God is going to bless her. She's going to go far. One day when my daughter is somebody, you know what I'm saying, I'm speaking life into my children's life, you know, and she going to remember, this lady helped me. This lady helped me along the way. This lady helped me fulfill my dreams. Let's say my daughter is the next whoever. Let's just say not to say she's going to be a singer, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, she goes off into a singing career. You think she's not going to remember that teacher who gave her a ride home? You know, if you know that there are students in your community that if you're good at math, volunteer once a month for an hour of tutoring at your church or your local community center and help a student with some math. Help, you know, if your English is good. You know, there are plenty of organizations that for immigrants or, you know, people that come in internationally and their English is not good. You might want to volunteer once a month, once every 6 months, and go teach someone how to speak English. You know, they come in here from this, a lot of people come here from this country. They don't understand the language. I know I was born in America and English was a struggle for me in school. So I can't imagine being a person coming to a new country, never spoke the language before, you know, leaving their home and trying to adjust in a new country. That's got to be hard. That's got to be hard. You know, sometimes my point is, I just want us this year to think outside of the box, not make it all about ourselves, give back to our communities, leave a legacy. You know, if we can't lead the campaign, support the campaign, support the cause. You know, every time someone loses their life in the black community, whether it's through violence or racism or gang-related violence, we're ready to advocate. We're ready to say Black Lives Matter. We're ready to march and get angry and get upset. But the truth of the matter is, all lives matter. The truth of the matter is, why we should all rally and support good causes as well. We shouldn't wait till some tragedy happens and it's all over the national news. Now we all want to get involved and give our opinion. Let's get involved. Let's get involved with the good causes that's going on. You know, walk a marathon this year for a good cause, for breast cancer, or for, if it's going to prevent, you know, I don't know, diabetes, or Mothers Against Drunk Driving. You know, whatever cause you feel like will help, will make the greatest impact in your community. I know when we were in high school, we were growing up in school, they had SAD, Students Against Drunk Drivers. I don't know, you know, start something new. If you see a need in your community, just start something. Start your own channel. Start your own Facebook page. live calls for the month of March. March is open. April is open. You know, I'm challenging everybody for February, but we got May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. You know, let's plan something good. I really admire those people who do the marathons. I've never walked a marathon, but I plan on walking a marathon. If the Lord gives me strength, if my legs keep working, you know, I want to, before I die, I definitely want to walk a marathon. I want to do a 13.1 mile. My sister was telling me, she's like, well, you know, you can't get one of those stickers unless you actually run the marathon. I was like, oh, Lord. Well, you know, but I believe I can do it. I believe we can do whatever we set our minds to. I believe we should challenge ourselves to do something different, do something new, do something you've never done. Go to a place you've never been. Close your eyes, throw a dart at the map, you know, and just go visit somewhere new. Try something new. Speak a new language. Try some new food. I'm not saying, you know, do anything risky or to harm yourselves, but I'm just asking us to get out of our bubble. Sometimes we get depressed because we do the same old thing every day. We're watching the same old television shows. We listen to the same old music. You know, listen to some music from a different country. I don't know. Try something different. Listen, you know, I like Indian music, reggae, dance hall, soca, calypso, you know. Watch a movie in a foreign language with the little subtitles at the bottom, you know. It'll stimulate your brain. It'll motivate you. You never know where we can find creativity. Sometimes creativity is just laying it's just laying there waiting to be discovered in some place that we haven't discovered it yet, because we haven't, you know, we don't have to be how can I put this? You know, you don't have to be a child to be adventurous. You don't have to have children to be adventurous. If there's a zoo in your city, just go visit your local zoo. Go visit your local museum in your city. Go hang out with a senior for a day. Hang out with a less fortunate child, you know. Volunteer to do something, mentor children, or, you know, go to a prison in your city and help do something nice for the prisoners. I don't know. Read a scripture, pray for them, do something, you know, give back to the veterans. There are so many causes. There are so many areas where we can help, that we can all be a Harriet Tubman. We can all help somebody, you know. I don't know if the Lord is going to lead me into the prison systems. I don't know where he's going to lead me, but I want him to lead me somewhere to help somebody. I don't want my life just to go by and I live to be 70, 80, 100, however long I live, and I only help myself. I only help my loved ones. That's not being a good Christian. That's not being a good person, because I help my folks, my family, my children. You know, sometimes you got to do something nice for somebody. Sometimes you just got to swallow, you know, we just got to swallow our pride and stop thinking that it's all about us. You know, no man is an island. It takes a village to raise these children. You know, we can't just say, oh, such and such has these bad children. Oh my God, they are bad. You know, do something nice for that parent. She's struggling or he's struggling. Or you see somebody that say, I'm a babysit for you this weekend, so you can just go out, get your nails done, or go get a massage, or just go take in a movie. You know, if you know someone that's struggling and they don't have any help, volunteer to say, you know, I'll take your children. If you got an extra 20 bucks or 30 bucks in your pocket, instead of me going to get my nails done, I can give that to a less fortunate child and say, you know, I'm going to buy that child some school uniforms, or I'm going to buy that parent 2 backpacks, you know, or something. So when school starts next year, that's something she don't have to buy. You know, I'm a volunteer. I'm going to adopt a family this year, and I'm going to help them with their school supplies. You know, just one small thing. You don't have to go out and start a whole organization. You can find someone in your community. There's always going to be a need. There's always going to be the poor. There's always going to be someone less fortunate than us. You know, there's always going to be someone in a worse situation than us. You know, Donate blood. I don't know. Do something. Me, I'm afraid of needles, but I have family members, they donate blood on a regular. You know, they make sure that every month they go and donate blood for free. They're not going to get the blood and get the check, you know, to go get the $20 or whatever. They go and they donate blood for free because somebody may need that plasma. Somebody may need your blood type. I'm not saying in your neighborhood if they're giving money away for people to donate blood. I'm not saying don't get paid for donating your blood. But what I'm saying is do something nice for somebody today, tomorrow, the next day, this month, this week, this year. Try to make the world a better place, because when we look outside every day, it's not pretty. There's always something going on in the news, whether it's locally or internationally. It's always something horrible going on in the world. But if we can put a smile on somebody's face, if we can just give somebody a hug, you know, if we can just tell somebody you look nice today, if you notice somebody who doesn't often, if you somebody who doesn't get their hair done all the time and now all of a sudden their hair done, make a big deal about them. Let them know they look so nice today. Just give them a compliment. Some people have low self-esteem. We have adults that deal with a lot of depression. Reach out to people. Try to, be someone. Just be a listener. Maybe somebody needs someone to talk to. Maybe you can just let them know, if you ever need anybody to talk to, I'm here. If you ever need anybody to just listen to you, if you ever need anybody to pray with you, I'm here. So I don't know. I'm no preacher, like I said. These are just my opinions. I feel like, this is Black History Month. We have so many people who've done such great things for us in the past that we could be here today. I just want to be a type of person, and I want to motivate you to be the type of person that is a living legacy. That you don't have to get an award. Nobody has to put my name on some monument and say I did this or I did that. I'm not doing it for bragging rights. I just wanna shine light and give honor where honor is due. I just want to do something nice for somebody. Like this teacher who brought my daughter home yesterday. I gotta send her a thank you note. I gotta send her a card. I gotta make her a basket or do something. If it's nothing but, if I go to the grocery store and get a bunch of apples, some bananas, some oranges, some cupcakes, and a bag of nuts, and put it in a bag with a 6-pack of water and just give it to her and say, ma'am, I thank you, because you didn't have to do that. Because she didn't have to do that. She used her own gas money. If I don't do anything but get her a $10, $20 Walmart gift card, $15 gift card to somewhere, and send it to her with a nice thank you note, I got to do that. I got to let my daughter know you appreciate people. I let her know you appreciate people who do things for you. We got to let our children, teach our children to be thankful. Like I say, in this country, we have so much. We take so much for granted. Some of us are fortunate we can spend $200 and $300 on a pair of shoes when there's somebody that doesn't even have a pair of shoes, or somebody who has one pair of shoes and those shoes have a hole in it. Take your closet, go in your closet, dig out all that old stuff in your closet that you can't wear anymore. It's still in good shape. Donate it to somebody. Take it to the Goodwill. Take it to the Salvation Army. Give it to someone in your neighborhood. Give it to someone in your community that may need it. Go to the homeless shelter and drop it off. And say, I just want to drop off some, some toiletries from Dollar Tree, some deodorant, some soap, something. I just encourage us all to be great people, be better people than, I've been guilty. I've been selfish before. It's all about me, because I had a rough childhood. When I say rough, I mean we didn't have some of the best material things. So when I got grown and I could afford some material things, I couldn't wait to get my nails done every weekend, and I thought it was all about buying the most expensive hair or, spending money, wasting money on fingernails, when really, that's good and dandy. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's a special occasion, if it's a wedding, of course I want to look nice. Of course I want to go spruce myself up for a special occasion. But every week, if I'm not in a job that's causing for me to look, to look very pristine, if I'm not in a career that's going to cause me to have my nails done every week or spend money, you know, frivolous amounts of money looking nice, you know, there's nothing wrong with going thrifting. Go to a thrift shop. You can find very nice name brand clothes at a thrift shop, at a resale shop. You know, I grew up going to garage sales. We couldn't afford the best things out of the mall. So when I got older to afford certain things, don't get me wrong, I spent money. But a lot of stuff I own, it comes from a garage sale or it comes from a thrift store, because old habits sometimes don't die. And you know, I can still shop at Loft. I can still shop at Banana Republic, but I don't have to spend a fortune for it. And if you're a type of person, you don't want to go to a thrift shop, you don't want to wear somebody else's clothes, there's nothing wrong with getting online, finding a sale. You know, Poshmark, they have all these sites, you know, online where you can order, you know, nice name brand clothes for 60 and 70% off. When I go to the mall or if I go shopping, I go straight to the clearance section, because it may not be in season right now. It may be some summer stuff being marked down, or it may be winter clothes being marked down. But if I stay the same size, I'll get a chance to wear it next year. So I don't have to spend $85,000 on a shirt when it's going to be marked down in a couple months, 60% off. You know what I'm saying? Or I can find that same shirt, something that looks just like that same shirt somewhere else. You know, we don't have to all, labels don't make you. You know, you can be a nice person in a Walmart shirt, and you can be a nice person in a Gucci shirt, you know. So I'd rather be a nice person. I'd rather for my heart to be nice than my clothes to be nice. Don't get me wrong. We all want to look good. We all want to be fresh. We all want to smell good, look nice, wear nice perfume, nice cologne, have our hair looking nice. I don't want to get on here with my hair nappy, but at the same time, my hair is not the most important thing in the world. I want to look presentable, but my earrings don't have to cost a fortune. I'm not going to have dinner with Donald Trump tomorrow. I don't need 5 carats in my ear. These are cubic zirconians. You know, if you're not allergic to costume jewelry, they got really cute costume jewelry out here. Some people wear Avon, you know. My friend, she sells Avon. They have some really cute stuff in there that's not that expensive. You can look nice on a budget. You don't have to have everything name brand. You can mix it up. You know, you can have a little, how they say, a little high and a little low. So, like I say, let's just encourage one another. I just want to motivate you to be your best self this year. I want us to work together as a community. Let's not hate on one another. Let's let go of all the jealousy. If you're doing something great, I'm going to promote you. I just want to say, you know, big ups to you. Salute somebody. If you see them doing something good, I have another friend. She started like an Uber service for children. She picked them up, take them to their practices. I think that's a great business idea. Don't get me wrong, that's her business. I think that's a great business idea she started. She's doing a great thing. So now if my children have ballet lessons, I can call her. I can use her service. You know, she has lots of references. She's very safe. I trust her. I wouldn't send my, it's not like I'm sending my child with a stranger. I know her. You know, if you know somebody, if you got some information like that, pass it along to other parents. If you know where a good barber is in your neighborhood, post it, because some people are moving to that neighborhood. They may not have a good barber. They may not have a good stylist. If you know someone who's a good real estate agent, a good realtor, post them, you know, give them a shout out this month so that somebody, you know, don't be afraid to pass that information along. If you know someone who cuts grass really good, send that person some business, you know, tell that person, you know, word of mouth is the best advertisement. You tell someone, well, I know somebody can cut your grass, or, you know, it don't always have to be, we don't always have to do something nice because there's something in it for us. I don't have to, you know, I'm not promoting this water, but I'm just telling people, drink water. You know, I don't care what brand you drink. I'm not into the whole alkaline, non-alkaline. I'm sure one of them is better for you than the other one. I'm just no expert on everything. I just know drinking water is going to be better for me than drinking soda every day. If you haven't graduated to water yet, if you like sweet tea, if you like soda, why don't we try diluting it a little bit? Why don't I take half a cup of soda, half a cup of water, mix it in, and now I'm still getting my soda, but I'm also getting my water. If you like Kool-Aid, go with less sugar. Use Splenda. Let's try to live longer. Let's try to live better. You know, ask your doctor, what can I do to change my diet? You know, Google, get on the internet. Find you some healthy ways to make your favorite dish. You know, little things help. Little changes help. Instead of giving my children applesauce, now I give them the naturally sweetened applesauce. I give them the unsweetened applesauce. They don't know the difference. You know, we got to cut back on the sugar. We got to cut back on the salt. You know, I just promote us to I just challenge us. I just want to encourage us, inspire us to do better. Let's live longer. Let's live happier. You know, put the children to bed. If you get off work and you don't have any children, if you don't have a spouse, make a little bubble bath for yourself. Men can enjoy bubble baths as well. Pour yourself something that you know, your favorite tea or whatever, and put some jazz on and unwind 30 minutes before bedtime, and just make a note of everything you're thankful for. Put a note up so if you know if there's a person at that job that aggravates you, if you know it's a person in your family that gets on your last nerve, you know, if you know every time you go to the family function, you and this person get into it, try to be proactive. You know, try to write down 2 or 3 things that you like about that person, so that this time when you meet them and you know they're going to say something to aggravate you, you can change the subject. Well, you know what? I've been thinking, you know, I was thinking about this, and I knew we were going to meet each other. I've been meaning to tell you, I love the way you wear your hair. I love those shoes you wore last time to that event that we had. You know, change the subject. Beat that person to the punch. Sometimes misery just loves company. Sometimes you have people that are just not happy. So every time they see you and you walking around with a smile on your face, here they come, want to start something with you to take away your joy. The devil is a lie. You don't have to let him take away your joy. You're going to have to let that person steal your mood. If you're in a great mood and life is great for you, you know, share that sunshine. Don't let nobody steal your shine. You know, let that person know, listen, the last 10 times we saw each other, we clearly keep bumping heads. It probably be best if we just, hey, how you want to do it? You think we should just avoid each other totally? Or can we start over? You know, there's nothing wrong with saying, I apologize for whatever I said last time that offended you. Did I say something to offend you? Have I done something to bother you? If I have, I apologize. How can we be friends? You know, if we can't be friends, you know, how can... You know, what can we do to not argue with one another? What can we do so that I won't blow your mood and I won't steal your joy and you won't steal mine? You know, we got to pray for people. Sometimes you can't work. Sometimes things you just can't talk to people sensibly. Sometimes you got to pray about that thing. You got to say, Lord, me and such just do not get along. They made me so mad. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Write that thing down in your prayer. Say, Lord, this year, I'm going to forgive that person, though. This year, before this year out, we don't have to be best friends, but I don't want that situation to bother me anymore, because we can't let the enemy still keep pulling those same tricks, those same punches. Stress is a killer. Stress will kill you. I can't afford to let anything stress me. I used to let bill collectors stress me. Now I just don't go out making bills. And now when I answer, when they call, I answer the phone like this. I say, hello. And they say, hi, this is such and such bill collector. I'm calling because you owe us such and such amount of money and we want our money right now. And I just tell them the truth. Listen, this is how much I have. Can you take this much? No, I don't have the whole $10,000 right now, but I do have $25. If I give you $25 a month, will you take it? And I'm quite sure they're going to say yes. Or if I settle with you, will you take $5,000? I'm sure they're going to say yes. If you owe someone $1,000, don't run for those bill collectors. If you know you made that bill, if you know that you really went out and charged that for something, for whatever reason you needed to make that bill at that time, and now you owe these people, don't avoid these people. Don't get on the phone cursing them folks out. They just doing their job. You don't owe them personally. You owe the company they work for. So why get an attitude with that person? Don't use them bill collector people to vent out all your stress. Get a journal this year. Write down what bothers you. Write down what triggers you. You know, write down, okay, I know I'm not a morning person. So if you're not a morning person, get up an extra hour earlier or 30 minutes earlier. Go to bed a little bit earlier at night so you can get up a few minutes earlier to have a little time to yourself. So by the time you got to go out and interact with others, or by the time everybody in your house wakes up, wake up a few minutes earlier and spend a little quiet time with yourself. Read the Bible, watch the news, read the newspaper, whatever you do to calm you down. If you know the news is going to make you upset because you're going to see something on there that's going to be bad news probably, don't watch the news first thing in the morning. Watch the news in the evening. Wait till somebody tells you what happens, because believe me, bad news travels. Somebody's going to tell you what happened. Girl, it's going to rain today. Boy, you know it's going to storm today, you know. So you don't really have to watch the news. If you know it's going to upset you, don't do it. If you know that favorite television show puts you in a bad mood, don't watch it. Don't take it out on somebody else. Don't take it out on your spouse. Don't take it out on your loved ones. Let them know. Put that disclaimer up there. I figured it myself. I am not a morning person. So I have to get up an extra 30 minutes earlier to woosah, to breathe, to calm down, calm myself down, to make sure I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will be glad in it. I am happy. I am calm. Today's going to be a great day. Today's going to be a marvelous day. I'm not going to let that person at the job bother me. I'm not going to let that person on social media bother me. I'm not going to even click on their channel if I know they're going to say something to upset me. We got to be proactive. We got to stop letting things stress us out. We got to drink some water. We got to take a chill pill. We got to live longer. We got to smile for no reason. We got to make ourselves smile. Because if you don't do it, who gonna do it? If you don't love yourself, who gonna love you? You know? Don't nobody want to be around somebody that don't even love themselves, because that's a miserable person. If your life is not perfect, neither is mine. My life is not perfect, and I guarantee you nobody that you know has a perfect life. But you know what? I have a lot of things to be thankful for. I have a lot of things to celebrate. I'm here. I'm breathing. I'm not on the oxygen tube. I don't have IVs in my arm. I'm not attached to a bed. I'm not paralyzed. I can see. Go outside. Listen. Look at the birds. Go take a walk down in your neighborhood. Get some of that good fresh air in your system. Sometimes we stay in the office all day. Or if you work hard, you in the job all day, you don't get a chance to spend time with nature. Get up an extra 30 minutes early. If you don't do nothing but walk to the end of the driveway where the mailbox is and walk back, you know, if you don't get a chance to just go out on the porch and just, you know what I'm saying? Take a look at the sky. Take a look at the sun, you know. Go outside where you are right now. Take a look at the stars, you know. Just breathe in, take a deep breath, make you some chamomile tea, some herbal tea, you know, make a bubble bath, sit back, relax, write in your journal, think about all the things you have to be thankful for, hug your loved ones while you still have them, you know, kiss the people you need to kiss, high five the ones you need to high five, hug somebody, call somebody, text somebody. Say, I was just thinking about you. Text someone that you hadn't talked to in a while, a family member. If they come across your mind, you know, text them and say, you know, you came across my mind. I hope everything's going well in your world. You know, I know we hadn't talked in a while, but I just want to know, let you know I miss you and I love you. You know, and God bless you. You know, I hope this is your best year. I hope that you have a great month. Hope you have a great week. That would make me feel good if somebody texts me and said that. So a lot of times we ask not because we have not. A lot of times we're not getting that good treatment because we're not giving it out. You got to give in order to receive. So I feel like I went on a rant. I feel like I said a whole bunch of nothing. But if I help you in some type of way, if you enjoyed this, if you felt like you were inspired, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know I'm doing something good. If not, tell me to shut up. You know, I can take constructive criticism. You're not going to hurt my feelings, because I'm determined this month to celebrate Black history, to celebrate us, to celebrate my loved ones, to celebrate the people who've inspired me. You don't have to be Black to be a great person. You don't have to be Black to be someone that I cherish. You don't have to be an African American to be someone that I can look up to, that I can learn something from. You know, so a lot of people have inspired me. Not just people in my own race, not just people in my own community. If you got friends that are Caucasian, Asian, Latin, Latino, Hispanic, African, you know, them your people, rep your city, rep your people, rep your folks, you know. Let them know who they are, that they mean something to you. You know, I say shia, Dankeschön, arigato, merci beaucoup, gracias, muchas gracias, thank you. I love to tell people please and thank you. Those are the two words, the magic words, as they say when we're little. We learn that in kindergarten. Say please, say thank you, say yes ma'am, say no ma'am, no sir to your elders. You know, if you got older people in your family, spend some time with those people. They're not going to be with us forever. They can teach us something. You know, ask them about your history. Ask them about your family tree. Ask them how things were in their day when they were teenagers. What were things like for you in 1999 or whatever it was? You know, if you have a grandparent or an older aunt or an older uncle, you know, call them and text them. If they on Facebook, send them a shout out, and, you know, inbox them or something. Let them know that you love them. If you got some family members you hadn't talked to in a while, you know, maybe y'all didn't get along back in the day, just let them know. We don't have to talk every day, but I love you. We don't have to be friends, besties, you know, but I love you. On that same note, if you got some friends in your life that have been friends with you, or y'all call yourself friends for 100 years, and you feel like you have not grown with this person is holding you back, this person is always spitting negativity in your life, every time they call, every time you talk to them, they talking about somebody, or they always got some bad news. Sometimes it's time to break up with some of them people. Sometimes we don't need to just get out of bad relationships. Sometimes we need to end some bad friendships. You know, people who I got some people I was best friends with 10 years ago that we can't be best friends now, because I've grown in a different direction. They've grown in a different direction. I don't have a problem with them. I wish them well, but I don't want to be with somebody, hang out with somebody who's always spilling negative energy in my ear. You always putting poison in my ear. You know that upsets me, but every time we talk, you bringing it up. You not ever, you know, be around people who inspire you. Be friends with people who give you good advice. You know, I don't want to be with somebody who's telling me bad advice, who's always giving me negative energy. You know, encourage your people. If you know someone and they're having a struggle in their marriage, or they're having a struggle in their finances, or they're having struggles in their job, just say, I'm not going to give you any advice. I'm going to pray with you. I'm going to help you pray about that situation, that you will make the best decision for you. It's not my job to tell someone to leave their husband or leave their wife unless they have a black eye, unless that person is doing something to break the law, unless that person is doing something to really put their life in danger or put their children's life in danger. I'm not going to tell you to leave your spouse. I don't want to hang out with somebody who's telling me to cheat on my spouse, who's trying to help me. Every time you hang out with them, they want to take you somewhere you know you shouldn't be. But that's my friend. That person gonna get you in trouble. If I know I'm married and my best friend's single, and every time I hang with her, she want to take me to the club, to the male strip club, or she want to take me to this party where it's gonna be a whole bunch of single men, but I'm married, that's not a good friend, because I want to keep what I got going on. If you got a good spouse, love your spouse. If you got a good, you know, go to marital counseling. Go on vacation together. Communicate. You know, if you single, love yourself. Love yourself. Find some other single ladies to hang with. Find some other single people to hang with. My grandma said married folks and single folks shouldn't be hanging together in the first place. That's how I was raised. You know, I have a lot of friends that are married. I stay in my own lane. I don't go run up to their house every day, sitting in their house, eating dinner with them and their husband. That's not my job. I hang out with her on her time. You know, if they invite us over for the holidays, of course me and my family would go. We'll eat and we have a good time. But I'm not going to be all up in that woman husband face. That's not, no, that's not a good friend. Every time you look around, they sitting in your husband face. Or every time you look around, you sitting in somebody married face. You know, don't do that. If you don't want somebody to do it to you, don't do it to them. Think about it. If it was your husband, what kind of advice would you want somebody to give you? If it was your wife, how would you know what I'm saying? We got to promote marriage. Marriage is a good thing. We got to promote good parents. You know, everybody in marriage not toe up. If this person not cheating on you, and I'm not saying don't forgive. You know, we got to learn how to forgive. Not everything is not worth forgiving, but then some things are worth forgiving. You know, the Bible told us to forgive. You know, if this person didn't knock my tooth out, I probably can forgive them. You know, if that person made a mistake, a genuine, honest mistake, and they don't mean it, and they done showed me they don't mean it anymore, be willing to give that person a second chance. We got to stop always running to the lawyers and running to the divorce court every time something happened that we don't like. Just because somebody left the light on in the bathroom too long, now you ready to go to the divorce court. Because they running water too long, now you ready to go to the divorce court. But what about what you did? What about you did? Well, you did something that they don't even know you did. You got away with it. Ask God to forgive you and don't do it again. You know, husbands, love your wife. Stop cheating on your wives. Women, stop messing with these married men. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. But we got to start doing what's right. You know, I'm not talking to the swingers. I know some swingers too. I'm not talking to you. I can't do that. That's not for me. I can't swing. But baby, you got some people out here, hey, whatever floats they boat. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to tell you. You got to know what's right for what's wrong for yourself. But I'm saying, love the person you with. If you got somebody good in your corner and they shown you that they love you and they've been there to support you through thick and thin, okay, they gained a little weight. Okay, his hair falling out a little bit in the top. You know, baby, I'm going to go buy you some cute hats. You know, don't divorce him just because he's going bald in the top. Get him some Rogaine. Get him some little, you know, a little something, you know. Let's not just be so good to throw people away. People are valuable. People are, you know, once they're gone, you can't get another. Once I'm gone, y'all, you know, I got to look at that. Once my loved ones are gone, I'm not going to get them back. That's why it's so important, again, to leave a legacy. Leave a legacy so that when you're gone, I hope when I'm gone, that this message that I'm leaving today will play on. That somebody can say, you know what? That lady said something to inspire me. You know, follow your dream. Go back to school if that's what you want to do. Start a business if that's what you want to do. If your spouse wants to start a business, promote them. I'm not saying nobody get out here and quit their job and be poor chasing a dream. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying if it's something you can work on, start a hobby. You won't be bored. You won't be getting in trouble if you start a hobby. Pick up a sewing machine. Pick up a cookbook. You know, pick up a rake. Rake some leaves. Do something. We won't have to worry about everybody out here cheating if we have fun together. Wives, get out there and rake leaves with your husband. Get out there and cut grass with your boyfriend, with your fiance. Don't just stay in the house watching TV with your feet kicked up while he out there sweating. Take the man some water. Take him some Gatorade. Do something, you know. Don't be lazy. Be a team. Teamwork make the dream work. If you got somebody that's a hard worker, let them know you appreciate them. Have a man a hot cooked meal, you know. We can't just eat out fast food every day. Some days it's okay to celebrate. It's okay to go out. If you're in a hurry, it's okay. You ain't got time to cook. We still got to eat. But I'm just saying, we can start putting stuff in the crock pot. We can use the grill. You know, you don't have to always mess your kitchen up. You can use the grill. Ladies, we can learn how to grill. We can ask our man or our brother or our somebody to help us learn how to grill. I love grilling. You know, I'm a female, but I love grilling. I think it's fun. I find it fun. I have not burnt the house down yet. Thank the Lord. You know, so we can learn how to flip some burgers, do some turkey burgers. We don't have to always eat beef. You know, switch our diet up a little bit. If you feel like it's going to be a little bit better for you not to eat so much meat, say I'm just going to eat meat once a week, or I'm just going to eat meat for lunch. I'm not going to have meat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not going to have pork for breakfast, bacon, and then have a pork chop sandwich for lunch, and then have some hog chitlins for dinner. And then we wonder why we having heart attacks. We wonder why we got to get our colon taken out. You know, we can do better. That's all I'm saying. Let's do better. Let's encourage one another to go to church, get out there and walk, drink some water. If you're not gonna go to church, there's plenty of programs on the internet. You can listen to some messages, whether it's T.D. Jakes. I don't know who you listen to. Juanita Bynum, Derek Prince. You got Dr. Miles Monroe. You got motivational speakers out there, Les Brown. You can listen to some positivity. We don't have to always feel like just because I'm a black person, I got to listen to rap music. You can listen to jazz. You can play some Nina Simone. You know, we can listen to gospel music sometimes. You know, switch it up. Switch it up. Do something different. If you're already doing something good, if you're already doing everything I've suggested, then I'm proud of you. You know, send me some ideas. Send me something that you're working on that I may not know about. If you feel like it can help me, I need to pass it along. It might help others. It might help somebody else. Don't keep all the good secrets to yourself. Help somebody else. Pass it along. I'll be glad to share it. We got 25 more days, Black History Month. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be a little bit better than today. Lord's will. I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you. Read a scripture. Pray. You know, try to be your best self. Go to bed feeling good. Drink you some water. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. God is with us. No, He will never leave us nor forsake us. You know, plan for success. Plan to live. Start living now. Don't just say, when I retire, I'm going to live. Or when I retire, I'm going to do this. Or when I get rich, I'm going to do this. We may not live to see that. Start living your best life now. You know what I mean? Smile a little bit more. Write some poetry. Write a song. Learn a new language. Pick some flowers. Plant some flowers. Get you a pot. Take a milk jug. Cut the top off of it. Get a little dirt. You know, poke some holes in it. Plant you some, you know, sit you some plants in your window. Do something. Do something that's going to make you happy. Do something that's going to put a smile on your face and hopefully put a smile on someone else's face. I encourage you guys to have a great week. Have a great Black History Month. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.